Hello, guys. It's Mr. Yeti here, and I have decided to start a little collection of books to recommend for parents. Now, I'm going to probably have two types of books you're going to see. The first is going to be a textbook, and the second book is going to be a book that you can read with your student, either assisting them to read or read it to them, whatever. In this particular case, I wanted to put my first helpful suggestion out there for parents who are looking to find ways to help their students succeed with reading and writing, other parts of literacy, but specifically writing. Um, this book is called Writer's Express. It's a handbook for young writers, thinkers, and learners. I picked this one up at Goodwill, obviously for $3. But this is actually one of the very few books that I read inside libraries in the teacher section. So I would actually go to the library and not check it out, but just sit down and read it for a little bit at a time, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And this is why I recommend this book for parents, because you don't really need a college education for it. You don't really need to know the backgrounds of literacy and have like the hundreds of hours of training to really put this to use. I really like the way this is laid out, not only colorfully, and it might be even be an older book, an older resource, but the books are so easily graphically able to be read. Like you have just little sections, little headers, little blurbs on each topic. This one is finding paragraphs, writing simples, right? Or writing simple things like describing a place or describing an object. These are just little food for thought things you can work on with your student at home if you have the time. And then it even talks about writing stories from history. There was one about using the internet, but they also had one about creating like there's a section in this section here, the green section, about using things like media, Word, and stuff like that. But I really like this book for parents who are just looking for something that they can sit down and work on one type of skill set at a time with their student. I don't really want to go into detail about, what else is in there, but if you ever have a chance to look it up and find it at your local library, it's called Writer's Express, a handbook for young writers, thinkers, and learners. This one is published by the I think I'm pronouncing that right, the Houghton Mifflin Company, which is in Wilmington, Massachusetts. And it's written and compiled by Dave Kemper, Ruth Nathan, Carol Elsholz, and Patrick Sebranek. And then it's illustrated by Chris Krenzke. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I was hoping to find a year for it, but never underestimate the value of older things. Yeah, this one was copyright last printed in 2000. But sometimes there are things that just don't change in education, and this is one of them. Reading and writing is a skill set that lasts forever. And while there may be different philosophical approaches to how we teach it, the basics, the stuff that you can do with your student as a parent, those matter a lot and they last a long time. Thanks, and have a good day, have a better tomorrow, and always be reflecting.